have the pleasure of chatting with Ross Yamasaki, who's board chair of the Stadium Authority. Thank you for hosting us in your beautiful stadium.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me.
As board chair, what does that mean?
I sit as a chair of a 9-member board, which is appointed by the governor, a volunteer board to help ensure the mission of the stadium and the Stadium Authority, which is to serve the community, I guess. It's something that you volunteer at, so it's something that you have to be passionate about. But I think the symbol of what Aloha Stadium is and what it was here to created for, to inspire the youth and provide a venue for a community gather is a really good one, I think.
Most of us think of football being the primary activity in the stadium, and you played football for the University of Hawaii.
A long time ago, yes.
In this stadium?
Yes, a long time ago.
It must feel very special to come back now and honor the place that gave you so many great memories.
Yes, it is, and I'm very passionate about it because I lived it. You know, I lived next to the old stadium, and I was came to the games when the new stadium was built. Dreamed of being a Warrior, put on the uniform, got on the field, and now in a position that I can help the state and our community keep that legacy going.
So what's next for the stadium?
We're at a really interesting time for the stadium. The stadium's over 40 years old, and being a steel building in Hawaii, there's a lot of repair and maintenance. So we're recently going through some discussions to develop the stadium. And something that's really, really exciting is that there were some deed restrictions on the property that restricted the use, and now that's been lifted through a lot of hard work by many, many people. The whole site is open for development, and we can look at the stadium not as just a stadium, a facility itself, but what the stadium can represent as far as entertainment and community value.
And what you're really talking about is change.
Yes, change.
Huge change.
Big change, yes.
How are you going to navigate that?
Well, with the help from a lot of people. And the authority's been very fortunate so far that there's been a lot of partnering effort with HART and the rail, because their station is going to be here, so allow multimodal transportation to the site, with the TOD people at the city, and they're looking at development around a rail station, which is really exciting in that sense, where a stadium could be a primary anchor for this rail station. And there's a bunch of other agencies that's been coordinating, as well as the community and the neighborhood boards, to work with a vision for the future for the stadium site.
Your career as an architect, your profession as an architect, must serve you very well in your position as board chair.
Yeah, I think that was part of what I felt I could bring of value to the board, understanding that development was in the future, and understanding structures.
And design.
And design, yes.
Right? I mean, what I know to be true about architects is they're looking not just to be creative and functional, but also what feels inviting.
Yes, I think the word, we were talking before about Aloha Stadium. I think it's going to be really, really important, whatever happens to the stadium and the stadium development, that word is more than just a word on the stadium, but something that is designed for in everything that we do, as far as how it functions, how we use it.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see what it'll look like, because I remember the Pro Bowl days when, you know, the fireworks would go off and the jets would come by, and is that still part of a new idea?
I think the market's changing with regard to sports. From what we understand from our consultants, the sports entertainment venues where there's a lot of mixed-use development around the stadium is what it's moving to. Fans don't come out as much for single games because there's so many different ways to experience. But I think there's value in, again, the Aloha Stadium, and if there's a mixed-use development and what we can do within the community, and the stadium plays an important role. Yeah.
Well, thank you for giving us some thoughts to think about and some ideas about the change.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We've been chatting with Ross Yamasaki, board chair of the Stadium Authority here at Aloha Stadium.